Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we have another reading video because I'm going to be picking my June TBR based on chatGPT. I'm not the one who's going to pick my books. In fact, I'm not going to pick my TBR. It's the chat that is going to pick it. I'm going to give some instructions. I'm going to choose 5 books because I usually read more in a month, but June is going to be a month full of stuff. It's the month of my birthday, so I'm not going to be like just in the bored mood where I have a lot of time to read. I'm going to divide this video in 5 categories, which is the 5 books the chat is going to pick for me. So the first book I'm going to tell ChatGPT to pick for me is from my pile that I got in London, because I haven't read any of that since like I went there, which was like a month ago. I really have to read all my physical books, then you are going to understand why, but I don't want to have any physical books in the end of August. I would like him to pick this one because then I would have to read this one and it would be like 2 out of my pile. But I don't know if he's going to do that, and also I don't know if I want to read the series because it's not just these 2. I think they have 2 more, at least they have 1, so I would have to be like strictly reading this. And I have my computer here. I'm going to write all the names of these books and I'm going to say that like pick one of these books. Pick one of the following books. No, he's not going to pick one. Like, what the heck? Okay, I'm going to put in a random picker. Okay, it's now. It's spinning. That's what I hear me, okay? Yeah. So I guess I'm going to be reading this one. I'm not saying that I'm going to read all these books, like the books I'm going to choose for my June TBR. I'm not going to read them in order as I present them here, but this is going to be one of them, so probably this is also going to be one of them, because if I like this one, probably I'll go straight to this one. Now I'm going to choose, like, I want to do like a cleanup on my TBRs that have been like here for so long. So that's why I did this with the London pile, and now I want to do that with my Goodreads, because I have like a folder on Goodreads. Of course, everyone has it. That's the books that you want to read. But I never go here to see the actual books. When I have to pick my next read, I never go here. I'm not going to pick like A Little Life because it's so huge. I would spend like my entire month reading that book and I don't want that. It gives me anxiety. Okay, so I'm reading Happy Place now. My first Emily Henry's book was Beach Read, and then it was Book Lovers, and Beach Read it was not despised, but I really didn't like it, and it was so hyped that I was expecting so much more. Like, I was not expecting I would give like 5 stars because it's a romance, and I find it really difficult to give a romance 5 stars because it's not like my main genre and I don't like connect to the story fully. But then when I read Book Lovers, I really liked it and I gave it 4. But now I'm reading Happy Place and I feel that I should have given 5 stars to Book Lovers, because I think I'm going to give Happy Place a 4 star. I'm at the end, like I have like 50 pages left, so I think it's not going to change my opinion, but if it does, I don't know. So I'm kind of in the Emily Henry's era, so I've read all these 3 books in Portuguese, so I really want to pick like People We Meet on Vacation or You and Me on Vacation, because I have both in English and I really want to see if there's a difference like in the translation, because sometimes I'm afraid that I'm not like enjoying the book and not really fully interacting with the story and the storyline, because it's translated and sometimes some things get lost in the process. But I really want to see the difference, so I'm definitely going to read it sometime, if it's not going to be now. I'm going to spin, okay? Let's do it. Yeah. I like the sound. What? I was not expecting this. Like yesterday, I went to the book fair at my hometown and I saw this book in Portuguese and I've been wanting to read it for so long. So my next category is the last one, which is going to be picked by this random generator, because I also want to clean my Kobo TBR, my e-reader TBR. Like, I have so many books here. I have 57 books in my TBR, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for a random number generator, and it's going to say like number 5, so I count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's the book. I can use the Google generator, why not? Like, it's here, it's practical, let's do it. 18. Okay, let me see. If it's a book I really don't want to read, should I start like at the beginning? Like the beginning is number 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No! I really don't want to read this one. It's like the second book of One of Us is Lying. I've read the first one, of course. I didn't like it. I think it was like so teenager. More teenager than I was expecting, and it's more teenager than what I'm looking for now. Like, I'm almost 22. Since I've been reading all my life, I went through the teenager books. I know I'm not a teenager anymore, but like, I went through this kind of drama school books when I was so little that now they don't make sense anymore. But okay, I'm going to read it because that's life. Now let's go to ChatGPT to pick my last 2 books. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to suggest me and recommend me a romance. So I hope it's not like a book series, because if it is, I'm not going to read it. I put it like romance, I didn't put like rom-com or like young adults. It's a pattern that if books in Goodreads are less than 4 stars average, considering all the reviews, I'm not going to like it. What book is he going to pick? Christina Lauren, The Honeymooners. Let's go to the last one. I'm going to ask the same question, but about like a thriller. Should I pick like a psychological thriller, because I haven't read one in so long? The Silent Patient. Okay, I really want to read this one, so yes. It's the first one I really want to read, but at the same time it's the thriller, so I'm going to be like so afraid at night. I have to turn on all the lights because I get so scared, but I really like to challenge me, and I really like the feeling of like finishing and then just being like so mind blown. So that's it. I think that's my TBR. The first ones are from my London pile, which is like the Thursday Murder Club book series. I have this one so far, so I don't know if I'm going to read all of them like right away, like all the book series at one time or not. But first one is the Thursday Murder Club. Then from my Goodreads is Where the Crawdads Sing. And then from my Kobo is the book number 2 of One of Us is Lying. And from the romance, the Honeymooners. And then finally for the psychological thriller is The Silent Patient. So that's my TBR for this month. I only picked 5 books, as I already explained, because this is going to be like such a busy month. But of course, if I have the time, I'm going to read more, and I'm going to pick the ones that I really want to, not just putting me into this position of not being able to pick it. But I wanted this to be funny. Share with me in the comments which books are you going to read this month, or at least what's your next read. And I love talking about books, as you know, but I also enjoy talking about other things, so the next YouTube video is also going to be so fun. So thanks for watching the video. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram, where I upload things every day. If you want to listen to my podcast, feel free. I have a new channel for my podcast, so I'm not going to be uploading my podcast episodes here now. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye!